Okay, everybody, welcome to our regular Thinking Thursday. And today we have Dr. Divya Sitlani. She's a homeopathic doctor with a strong interest in yoga and ancient yogic principles. She's also a certified diabetic educator and a counselor trained under the Robert Karkoff model and the REBT. Additionally, she's certified in integrated chakra psychology and has studied Heal Your Life by Louis Hay. She's a guide at Get Set Up, a platform for older adults, where she focuses on empowering seniors through health and wellness initiative. I think a wonderful platform for senior citizens because this is really what they need. And I'm so happy that Dr. Divya and all her wonderful Get Set Up practitioners are doing this. A nonviolent communication, another very interesting modality and skill. She has learned empathetic skills through nonviolent communication, improving her patience and negotiating skill. I like that. First, you improve your patience and negotiating skills, and then, of course, you help others. So that's really awesome, Dr. Divya. And we welcome you to Thinking Thursday. You're part of our group, and I'm so glad that we don't have to look outside for speakers because our group was 700 strong people, are all on this path of healing self and others, and I think that's the beauty of our group. So, Dr. Divya, welcome again, and let's give Dr. Divya a little heart, a, a little place in our heart.
ज्यादा ले लो
for that awesome welcome.
Yeah, so Shakuntala is giving you more. Yaksha is giving you more.
Thank you so much.
वर्षा जी also.
So please, Dr. Divya, go ahead. I think you have a
Thank
beautiful
you. Thank you.
presentation.
Lovely introduction and thank you for the warm welcome.
Thank
So
you.
firstly, I would just like to say that I dedicate this class to my mother. And she was a very senior homeopath. And she had always told me there are two truths in life. The whole world is false, like a mithya. Two truths. One is homeopathy and one is her satsang. She used to say brother, mother, everybody is false. And these are the two truths. And the cherry on the cake is that 4 years ago, she passed away on World Homeopathy Day.
Wow.
So that is 10th April is Dr. Samuel Hahnemann's birthday. And I used to always tell her, you're his daughter. You're his avatar. Because even when my father used to go down to buy pav, it takes just, say, around 2 minutes. The shop was down in the olden days. She used to go to the clinic, which was in her, the kitchen was made into her clinic from beginning. And she used to go and refer some patient ka book. To that extent that I always had a neglected feeling, although being the only child. So she was very, very dedicated. And this is what we saw that she had an angina attack on the 9th of April. We ran to Lonavala, where she was living because she liked the place there. She had a house there, a small bungalow. After my father's demise, she purchased that. And in fact, she was like a male woman. 20 years after my father also, she purchased the bungalow and she waited until morning, Hahnemann's birthday, and around 7:30 or something, she passed away. So her life was dedicated to him. So I dedicate this lecture to her. In fact, she will turn, she will smile at this.
Absolutely. She's the one who
I'll just start with
the lamp of homeopathy in you. So it's awesome. Okay, please start your presentation.
Because this, I mean, a life lived and then dedicated to her master. That is actual, fidelity. I would call it fidelity. So it's a class on understanding homeopathy. So this is my favorite slide. Knowledge is power, information is ammunition, and awareness is enlightenment. These three lines are like atom bombs to me. The ancient maxim, know thyself, applies to every facet of human existence, especially to one's health. The prevention, treatment, and management of illness and disease becomes much more easier and effective when we are aware of the early symptoms of a medical condition, how to recognize them, and how to go about getting the right kind of treatment. What do I mean by this is that it is a good idea to be picking up your symptoms in the early stages so that you can nip it up in the bud stage, rather than allowing it to become like a snowball effect and catastrophizing into something very, very major, so that it becomes the last stage, not a very great sentence to hear from the doctor. But I mean, I take these camps for seniors, so I always dissuade them from self-diagnosis, self-medication, and self-investigation. Also, this is just for you to be aware of what's happening in your body. Is it an illness? Is it a mild indisposition which can be corrected, which doesn't need medicines? But always consult a doctor for further management. Don't take the treatment and management part in your hands. And I will not be taking any personal questions like, this is my disease, how can I do it, is because it's that we need a complete understanding of the case and situations. And since there are many questions, many participants, we'll restrict the questions to a few. So what are the objectives of today's class? We are going to study the origin or discovery of homeopathy. In fact, whenever I have a patient in consulting me for homeopathy, I always, before taking the patient's name, I always speak for 15 minutes. That's why the consult goes for around 1.5 hours, because I introduce them to homeopathy, because I'm sure usual practice, many people do not have that time to sit and explain how homeopathy works. And when I do commence with my explanation, many a times they say, I wish my husband was here, I wish my family was here, or my mother was here, she would also listen to this. So this is something which is rare as a homeopath, which I prefer educating the patients rather than, in fact, I say I'm selfish and I'm educating you for 15 minutes, because then you will give me the symptoms in the way I want. So my favorite line is, what the mind knows, the eye sees. So I have to educate you to give me the symptoms in a particular way, and that saves my time. So the objectives of today's class are that we will be understanding the origin. Then we will be definitely busting certain myths against homeopathy, regarding homeopathy. We will be learning about Hering's law of cure, very, very, very important. I'll really rush through it. And we will be understanding why homeopaths ask you detailed history. Okay. Then we will also be learning the facts about homeopathy, understanding the importance of cravings and aversions, because homeopaths always ask you, खट्टा मीठा तीखा नमकीन क्या अच्छा लगता है, खाने में क्या अच्छा लगता है, because we prescribe according to the cravings and aversions. Much more important is, whenever there are people who ask me, why do you not give me a form to fill before I consult you? Give me a form. Okay, usually the doctors do that. So I tell them, how will I come to know your reactions? Okay, I need to see what you say when I ask you what you detest. Do you say, this is something I detest? So I prescribe on the facial expressions. I need to see that immediate, the first expression, which cannot be done with a form. My assistant, I don't have an assistant, but usually in the clinic, it happens that a assistant takes a case and then she explains to the doctor. It's like I write in verbatim. What is in verbatim? You speak in Marathi, I write in Marathi. It should be that way. Then we will be understanding how we prescribe remedies according to the data received. We will be understanding the significance of family history and past history. Past history is more significant because it's never well since. So we have a repertory. We have a FATAK repertory which tells you from its chronological A, B, C, D. At N, it shows you never well since jaundice, never well since death of a child, never well since bad news, never well since typhoid. Okay. So this past history is very important to understand the etiology of the disease. Diagnostic criteria as well as their significance on prescription. Then, prior knowledge check. Ever tried homeopathy and found it very slow? So we will be first breaking these two myths. Feel the homeopath is too nosy to dig into your private life. Unable to remember the minute details which the physician is asking. This happens many a times, and I tell them, I'm leaving 2 lines. Go back, ask your mother, ask whoever is there, or who's got you up, your caretaker, and then tell me, I'm leaving 2 lines, and tell me about these details, because you don't know, the patient does not know, he comes unprepared and we are bombarding him with certain questions which he feels are insignificant, so they're out of his mind. And do you feel homeopathy has no side effects? So very important to understand that these two myths, let me break them initially only, that homeopathy is not slow. Homeopath is slow. What do you mean by homeopathy is not slow, homeopath is slow? I cannot find the remedy. That's why I'm not able to cure you. So digging out the simillimum is something like digging out a needle in the sea, which is a tough process, right? So homeopathy, if the art and science is learned well, it's not slow. It works in the similar fashion like your crocin, half an hour. It will work even in half an hour if it's the rightly indicated medicine. We will understand what is the simillimum as we proceed. Second, homeopathy has side effects. It has side effects. Suppose you are suffering from a skin disorder and I give you a sulfur, maybe a 1 m or a 10 m, you can be aggravated in your existing symptoms. So in the hands of a novice or an amateur person, homeopathy can have side effects if the prescribed medicine is not indicated. So homeopathy is not just लेते रहो and side effects नहीं होते हैं. In fact, I'll give you a nice synonym, I'll give you a nice example. So what will happen if there are 100 Negroes? Listen to each adjective. 100 Negroes in a dark room with sharp knives. 3 adjectives. 100 Negroes in a dark room with sharp knives and a small dark room. So even if they are turning, no, dark, only if the teeth can be seen. So even if they are turning, what are they going to do? What are they going to do? They will slay each other, right?
Stab
So,
each other, yeah.
yes,
mean,
damage, slay with the knives, sharp knives. So homeopathy is so dangerous, it does have side effects. Okay, it's not that you go over the counter, take some medication, and then you're sorted for life. Okay. So why homeopathy is a perfect science? Its truth is only partially known. The truth itself relates to the divine and the knowledge relates to man. It's said by James Tyler Kent. These were contemporaries of Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. So homeopathy is the only non-violent healthcare system. Why do we say this? It's because the modern medicine, English Dawai, is proved on guinea pigs, on rats, whereas homeopathy is proved on healthy individuals, but we don't use the word healthy because no one is completely healthy. We say it's proved on apparently healthy individuals. What do you mean by apparently healthy? Consider I'm apparently healthy. I'm not completely or totally healthy. So it's proved on apparently healthy individuals. Like in college, we were given a medicine. 100 of us had to prove the medicine. We were not told the name, but if all 100 give you the symptom of 2 p.m. headache, then it is noted in the book. Suppose I, as an individual, out of those 100, give you the symptom that no, I get headache on waking up in the morning, then it is supposed to be considered as my idiosyncrasy. My idiosyncrasy, and that is my individuality. Whereas homeopathy, the homeopath always prescribes on PQRS. What is the PQRS? It's your peculiar, it's the queer, it's the rare, and the strange symptoms. I come again. Peculiar, queer, PQRS, rare, and S. So peculiar, rare, strange. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of this? So it is summer and a person is wearing a fur hat, a fur cap, covering up. So this is something which is rare for somebody to do it during summer. So then we prescribe a drug which is known as Sorinum. So when you refer to Sorinum in your Materia Medica, what's the Materia Medica? It's the book which contains all the symptoms, head, throat of each particular, how it acts on the female sexual organs, how it acts on the pancreas, how it acts on the spleen. So this is known as Materia Medica. It's a textbook, right? So we come to know if it is matching. We match, a homeopath matches. So sometimes my patients used to say, today she did not give me a good medicine because she did not open her books. Whereas some patients will tell you, oh, she is still studying the books. Isn't she confident? So it is not that way. It is my dictionary. I need to refer it. I need to match your symptoms. If I do not open the book, then I need a software. But I'm pretty old school thought. Now, homeopathy is an art and science. Very important art and science. Okay. And it has scientific basis. This is Dr. Samuel Hahnemann, who has been the founder of homeopathy. So let me just brief you about this story and then we will Take the slides also. So Dr. Samuel Hahnemann was not a homeopath. Okay. He was an MD doctor in those times. He was a German doctor. Now, in those times, the modern medicine, the allopathic way of treatment was pretty harsh. It's not all that harsh nowadays. So they used to resort to two ways of treating a person because they used to think that the blood of a person is impure, right? So once the blood letting is done, the person will improve. So what they used to do is they used to apply leeches on the person. What does the leech do? It sucks your blood, and halfway through, if you tell the leech or you try to get it off your arm, you can't be doing that because a leech sucks your blood until it is satiated. That's why we say, no, you're a leech to me when somebody is not leaving you. It's total satiety and then it falls dead, right? So, and the second thing, what they used to do is they used to do venesection. What is venesection? They used to cut out the veins and allow the person to bleed. People used to bleed to death also at times. Okay, now Dr. Samuel Hahnemann did not like this modus operandi. Now, he had three wives, and obviously he had quite a few children out of these three wives. So now, how to earn your bread and butter? So he knew many languages. Okay, some text will tell you that he knew 8, some will tell you 22, but the shortcut is that to understand that he started translating books from language to another, one language to the other language to earn his livelihood, right? So when he was translating a book, he came across a line which said that cinchona, the cinchona is a medicine from which malaria medicine, quinine, okay, is made that cures malaria because it is bitter. It's curing malaria because of the bitter quality. So he had a very rationally thinking mind and he felt this is a wrong statement. It shouldn't be that way. Okay. So now, because he was very, very curious, rather intellectually intelligent and curious, what he did was he hunted for that Peruvian bark of the tree and he ingested a small portion of that bark of the tree. And then, lo and behold, he developed malaria like symptoms. So, what are the malaria like symptoms? Shivering, fever at a particular time of the day. Okay. So, he came to the conclusion, mind you, here's wide open antenna out. He came to the conclusion that what can cause in a healthy individual, apparently healthy individual, in an apparently healthy individual, can cure the same disease in a diseased individual. I come again. So what can cause a symptom or a disease in an apparently healthy individual can cure the same in a diseased individual. So deep and so beautiful. Then two statements were coined, which is like cures like or similia similibus curantur. Similia similibus curantur. Also, it means in Marathi they say katyane kata काढायचं. You cannot get a thorn out with a blunt object. You need a sharp object. Making sense? So let's quickly run through these slides. So the founder of homeopathy was a child prodigy who taught Greek at the age of 12 and had mastered 8 languages by the time he started to learn medicine at the age of 20. Samuel Hahnemann homeopathy is a form of alternative medicine first proposed by German physician Samuel Hahnemann in 1796 that attempts to treat the patients with heavily diluted preparations which are claimed to cause effects similar to the symptoms presented. What do you mean by heavily diluted medicines? Is that there are medicines made even from snake venom, lachesis, Protalus horridus. So that means if it's made from the toxin or the poison of the snake, if I ingest it, I could die. but it is diluted to that extent through procedures of trituration and succussion. There are pharmacological treatment methods of increasing the potency of those doses, that the actual poison does not remain in the medication, but the inherent powers of that particular medicine are liberated to these processes, and that is what the patient is consuming. Yeah. So the what Samuel Hahnemann had framed was the highest ideal of cure is to be speedy. It has to be gentle, okay, not aggressive, not invasive, and enduring, long lasting restoration of health by the most trustworthy and the least harmful way. Okay. And I think I'll run through this because this is just what he did was the whole profile of Syncona, as I explained to you. Then, definition, it originated in the late 18th century, derived from two Greek words, homeos, like, and pathos means suffering. It means like disease. They have a curative effect when given in very dilute quantities to sick people, and it's believed to stimulate the body's whole healing process. Now, the difference between modern medicine is that suppose I go to the hospital and a patient with tuberculosis is coughing at me. So my friend does not develop TB, but I develop TB. It's because my susceptibility is low. So the allopath will say, excuse me, using the word allopath, okay, modern medicine, will give antibiotics. Now, those antibiotics are aimed at the bacteria. That's why you need a separate dose. Again, after 6 months, you need a separate, again, antibiotics because they are aimed at the pathogens. Whereas what a homeopath does is improves the vital force. What is the vital force? It's the invisible force which animates any living body. So the medication which the homeopath gives you is going to stimulate the vital force, put it into the right place so that the vital force heals your tuberculosis. This is considered as holistic treatment. So I would love to give you an example of a train which is derailed. It's come off the tracks. So what the homeopath does is pick up the train and put it back on the tracks. Does the homeopath put the tension, rectify the engine or drive it forward? No, we can't be doing that. We stimulate the vital force of the person. In fact, I had a patient who told me, Divya, after your medicine, I started driving. I didn't have the confidence to drive. Have you put something for driving? I said, wish I had taken it. I'm not able to drive because we had major fights when I drive with my husband, and I'm scared because the wife is the second wife. The car is the first wife. Okay. Another patient, they came and told me that, Auntie, this girl says like she's super duper liar. She come from Dubai. She thinks we don't know what she was there. She's in our school now. But the way she fibs is that, the whole gang used to come of girls. Now, what do? I just gave her a medicine of Charlton. What's a Charlton? You need to be very good with your English. Charlton is a chronic liar, a seasoned liar. And then I didn't ask the patient. You can't be asking the patient. And they said, yes, auntie, now she's pretty good. Abhi, she doesn't fib. So it stimulates the body's own healing process. Then, Samuel Hahnemann, when an infinitesimal dose was given to a healthy person, it proved the remedy. This is what proving I explained to you. Proving a remedy is producing the symptom picture in a healthy person who will be cured by that remedy in a sick person with similar symptoms. How does homeopathy help? It improves the sense of well-being. It improves your strength and stamina, improves flexibility, adaptability, as well as vitality, mental alertness, sleep improves, and all organs improve in their function and efficiency. So what does Swami Vivekananda say? An allopath comes and gives for the cholera patients, gives them his medicine. Homeopath comes and gives his medicines and cures, perhaps more than the allopath does, because the homeopath does not disturb the patients, but allows nature to deal with them. The the physician is only nature's assistant. Remember the train, the derailed train. The doctor of the future, what does Thomas Edison say? The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patients in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause, what's the etiology, and in the prevention of disease. Remember my first slide, knowledge is power. In homeopathy, we are working with the body's immune modulating system. The long-term benefit of homeopathy to the patient is that it not only elevates the presenting symptoms, but it re-establishes internal order at the deepest level and thereby provides a lasting cure. This means that her general confidence was established, and then she could go under the wheel, she could drive. Okay, the girl, the lady. The cure of many diseases is unknown to physicians because they are ignorant of the whole. For the part can never be well unless the whole is well. That's why you will see many homeopaths going for yoga. Yoga also believes in mind-body union. Okay, Ayurvedic doctors will go, but usually the orthos and all will say, no, 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 yoga is all humbug. Why do they say this statement? Is because they don't know what is yoga. It's the union of mind and body, holistic treatment. It's said by Plato. So our dear Prime Minister always says that he's a little partial to homeopathy. Holistic healthcare remains a very big attraction. Best of the doctors are moving towards homeopathy. There's a mood for holistic healthcare. There's a mood to go forward. Stress-free life from a stressful life. So homeopathy does not suppress. We will understand it when we understand Hering's law of cure at the end. So it improves the constitution of a patient. That's why the medicines. Now today I have two daughters. Suppose both of them get wet in the rain down, okay, and they both of them develop fever. But I will not be able to give a standardized medicine to both of them because of the symptoms. One will say AC band karo. One will say, so what? I need the AC. On maybe 20. Okay. So I will take the modalities of heat, chilly and hot. I will prescribe different remedies. Okay. So this is known as constitution. Then this also I'll skip because it's a long thing. So what is homeopathy is a universal law. What is the law? As I said, similar cures similar is seen in nature. It is similar to nature. Proving a new remedy causes no harm because it's proved on individuals. Now, you may be thinking, what if some catastrophe happens? No, we give remedies in a low potency. Okay. So Hahnemann is similar to Hippocrates. Who is Hippocrates? The father of modern medicine. The Organon. Organon is known as the Bible of homeopathy. Okay, the Bible of homeopathy, the Gita. It has aphorisms which are telling the person, the physician, how to be managing the case. There are 3-liners, 4-liners, some are little longer, and down there are these asterisk explanations also because it is from Hahnemann's time. Materia Medica is the text, and repertory is the dictionary, as I explained to you, is a complete system of medicine. And then there is not just one repertory, there are many, many repertories written by Dr. Hahnemann's contemporaries. So it's the homeopathy is the art and science of case taking. Now, what is this? Case taking, they say a case well taken is half done. I say that's an understatement because a case well taken is almost 90-95% done. You have to be very, very, very observant of how he enters in your chamber, how he sits throughout the consultation. Is he anxious? In my lecture also, I always say, Lakshmi madam, she's in Singapore now, so she hasn't come. I said, Lakshmi madam, you'll fall into my house. Go away from your laptop. Okay? But she says, I like listening to you. Dr. Divya, I like listening to you. I said, yes, but madam, you'll fall into my house. So it's how you sit, how you're concerned. What questions? Kabhi theek hoga? Kabhi theek hoga? They will carry a big, huge file, a shopping bag. But they want to know how fast you will cure. So you have to be very ready with your one-liners and you have to tell them, दूसरे डॉक्टर को कितना टाइम दिया? 2 साल दिया, हमको 2 महीना दे दो या 2 हफ्ता दे दो. Okay, but it's like they keep they hold a lot of faith in you. That's why they are asking. In fact, I've changed a lot after I did my counseling. Otherwise, I used to get a little snappish. Okay, so it's like the wearer knows where the shoe bites. And as they always say, that success of a counseling session depends on the growth of the counselor. How much have I grown? So I was just telling them, but to be a widow, I don't need to be a widow. To understand a widow, I don't need to be a widow. You need that understanding, you need that compassion, and you need that empathy. What's empathy? It's emptypathy. Yes, so presenting complaint, I always tell them, now, this is a very tricky way you have to ask. They come with haphazard symptoms. ये भी होता है, ये भी होता है, ये भी होता है, ये भी होता है. What will you do? So now I always tell them, what is the best hope you have out of me? What is the meaning of what is the best hope you have out of me? What brings you to the chamber? What is your main complaint? What is your burning problem or the chief complaint or the CC? And then they come 1, 2, 3. Wahan pe bhi they deviate here, there, here, with there. You have to get them back and say, we'll just finish this symptom. क्या करने से बढ़ता है, क्या करने से घटता है, and then we go to the next one. You have to, get them on track. They get meandering at times. So past medical history, drug history, family history. Now here also, I am a firm believer of genetic loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. So I don't pay a lot of attention to hereditary or family history because it's your lifestyle. Social or personal history. You have to understand when he's speaking about personal history, is he doing an eye-to-eye contact? Is he ashamed? Is he guilty? Systemic inquiry, including the sexual history. For that, you need to be pretty confident to raise these issues. Okay, if you're only not done your homework, it'll be showing in your questions. Homeopathic history, has he been? Now the best part is that nowadays people, if the homeopath doesn't cure them, they go to the other homeopath. I had a person who's been to 6 homeopaths. I'm so happy that they don't rush to allopathy immediately. They give it that understanding that homeopathy is working. Okay, let's proceed further. So guidelines, questions should be open-ended, and not leading questions which answer yes or no. Okay, like we can't be saying, are you married? तुम्हारी बीवी क्या करती है? No, you have to ask, तुम्हारे घर पे कौन कौन है? Okay, and then they'll say, no, I too have lost my wife. तुम्हारे घर पे कौन कौन है? We're very, very safe questions because there are very sensitive patients who can be hurt, and then they'll not come back to you. Avoid leading questions. Infants under 5 years, parents are interviewed. Questions should be clear and should touch various aspects of the disease. Symptoms are described by the patient should be recorded in his own words, in verbatim. Doctor should be an empathetic listener. Behavior, okay, pedo patient, let's forget that. Now, did you know the long-term benefits of homeopathy to the patient is that it not only elevates the presenting symptoms, but it re-establishes internal order at the deepest level and thereby provides a lasting cure. Did you know that homeopathy is different from all other medicines because it has been recorded to uproot infections and illnesses? Homeopathic medicines stimulate the body's ability to correct itself, unlike any other medicine on earth. Now, the people always ask you, I need not have mint, I need not have coffee, I need not have garlic. No, it's not that way. You can be having it with a clean mouth, so you can be having it the whole day long. But when you're taking the medicine, your half an hour gap has to be there. And you can gargle and then have it with a clean mouth. Now, the effect is that it will neutralize the dose. So you need to repeat your dose. Now, there are patients who call you and tell you that, you know what, doctor, I was in the kitchen and my child has the full bottle. खा गया खा गया अब क्या करूं कॉफी पिलाऊं ऐसे कुछ मत करो it will act as one dose. Let me give you pragmatic problems issues. So you have to say वो एक dose act करता है. Repetition, the quantity does not matter, it acts like one dose. Okay. So this also I'll skip because there are vegetables. Like my mother used to always say that ये भी नहीं खाओ, ये भी नहीं खाओ, ये भी नहीं खाओ, and then the person is sick. नहीं खाने से भी तो होता है ना. So she used to say सब कुछ खाओ, मेरा सर मत खाओ, जिससे होता है मुझे बताओ ताकि मैं ढूंढूं. Because in the book there is apple aggravate, there is pernicious food aggravate, it's a German science, so there is all of cheese, kind of cheese aggravate, sauerkraut, whatever. So unless, like I always say, my patients say रात को दही नहीं खाने का ना, रात को, like my husband is like fearful, they'll never have banana in the night, and if I'm like famished and I'm too lazy, I'll have 2 bananas and then sleep. So I always say दही को कैसे मालूम कि रात हो गया, दही रात को नहीं खाने के बाद दही को कैसे मालूम कि रात हो गई है, that it will cause you problems. So there are ways of setting the curd which will not give you problems. So there are remedies for everything prescribed in the book. Turnip aggravate, onion aggravate. Okay. Now hair fall, again, they come to you with a lot of hope in the homeopathy. So we have to just not give them prescription. We have to find the cause behind the hair loss for understanding the disease, because it is a symptom. It is a symptom. Hair loss is not a disease, but it's a symptom of some disease. So it's a concomitant. Concomitant means something occurring with the main symptom. Then, so it's normal. First of all, you have to understand what is normal. Losing 50 strands per day may be normal. Okay, some amount of hair loss is normal. So let's quickly run through homeopathy myths and facts. So homeopathy is slow to act. I explained in the initial part of my lecture, not really. Homeopathic medicines act rapidly and the effect lasts much longer as the disease is eradicated from the roots. The time taken for relief depends on the chronicity of the disease. Is it acute or is it chronic? Homeopathy is very fast? No, it is not even very fast. It all depends on the disease, on the nature of the disease that is under treatment. Then, coffee and onion cannot be taken during homeopathic treatment. It can be taken keeping a gap of around half an hour and gargle. So anything with strong odors, maybe your fennel, okay, soft, these are strong odors. So those need to be kept away, but it's not that you have to quit. In earlier days, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann used to make them quit. Okay, because maybe they realize the efficacy of the medication as time progresses. Then homeopathy increases the disease. Yes, very important. आपने दवाई दिया, मेरा तो बढ़ गया. Increases the disease before curing. So fact is that it's not true. Only some diseases such as eczema might worsen, that too in less than 5% of the cases if medicines are not professionally prescribed. The whole idea of increase of the disease before cure is super duper exaggerated. Then homeopathy can only help in functional problems such as pain, weakness, where there are no structural cases in the body. The fact is that homeopathy has proved its efficacy for the treatment of structural pathology to numerous documented cases where the reversal of structural pathology has taken place, indicating the depth of homeopathy action. Homeopathy is against surgery. So I always tell them, do you know my degree? And what is MBBS degree? MBBS degree is Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. MBBS is Bachelor of Medicine and Bachelor of Surgery. My degree is BHMS, Bachelor of Homeopathic Medicine and Surgery. Okay, so our course is after 12th, we have 5.5 years. Again, we have the same internship of 1 year included in those 5.5 years. So we have all the topics of gynec, we have all the topics of psychiatry and everything. So it's not against surgery. So surgery is not allopathy, surgery is not homeopathy. So not really, surgery is a part of homeopathy. Interestingly, some of the surgical diseases like piles, fissures, tonsillitis, etc. can be cured without surgery. So it's not against surgery, it can avoid surgery. Myth: homeopathic medicines are prescribed only for the mental symptoms of the patient. Not correct. Study of disease diagnosis and mental attributes are studied in detail in homeopathy. So homeopathy cures All diseases, लाख दुखों की एक दवा? No. No system of medicine can cure all diseases. Homeopathy is a miracle science and cures every disease under the sun? No. It is no panacea. It has its own set of limitations. We do fail in many cases, and we keep learning to heal the suffering humanity. So myths. Homeopathic medicines are only sugar pills. Yes, they are only sugar pills, but they are not made from fructose. They are made from glucose. They are not made from glucose. They are made from lactose. That's why the diabetics can also be having it, because the sugar content is very low. Okay. In fact, diabetics fear the 1 spoon of sugar in their tea and coffee, but they eat very well. They eat the chapatis and the rice. The carbs are also sugars. Homeopathy slow acting, we learned. One has to follow strict dietary restrictions on no. Then homeopathic gives the same white pills, yes, for all types of illnesses, and they are effective because the solvent, okay, that is different. Each remedy, the liquid which the doctor puts is different. Okay. So this is the vehicle, the pills are the vehicles the same. In fact, many people feel very bad because the child comes again and again, doctor, meetha goli dena na, doctor, do no. So the mother says, please get for me 200 grams. I will keep it in the house because I don't like my child begging from me. So homeopathy, those are plain pills which can be eaten. That's why the myth is that it cannot be used in diabetic patients. If you're so fearful, we can put it in water, the liquid dilution. So homeopathy cannot be used in diabetic patients. It can be used, the minute amount of sugar globules, the little round pills. Now, they are round in nature because the medicine needs to be going to the center, and a circular globule will be doing the function best. It will go to the center. Had it been conical, it had been triangular, it had been square, it will not percolate to the center quickly. Then daily doses doesn't matter. Sugar intake in the daily diet is significantly higher than those taken by a few globules. We forget our carbs. Then one cannot take homeopathy and allopathy medicines together. Very important. The action of allopathic and homeopathic medicines are different. They usually do not affect each other. Allopathy and homeopathic medicines can be taken together after consulting their respective specialists. Homeopathic medicines cannot be taken with the conventional, so homeopathic conventional medicines and homeopathic medicines can be safely taken together with advantage without any harm. So homeopathy is not recognized by the WHO, the World Health Organization. It's second most popular system of medicine as per the WHO. When it comes to handling infection, nothing can beat antibiotics. Myth. In fact, is infections of all kinds, include their bacterial infections, respond positively to homeopathy. It's an Indian science? No, it's a German science which was introduced by Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. Yes, very important. Homeopathy contains steroids and heavy metals. That homeopath gave the person, the child, he was perfect the next morning, 100% steroids. So in homeopathy, there is no place for steroids since all the source materials undergo a process of potentization and trituration. There won't be any trace of crude metal elements in it. Let me just break this myth wobbly to you. So suppose I take my sugar of my house and I take it to a lab and I get it investigated for around the cost is around 700-800. It will show steroids. So if you want to, and people usually take the globules and get that cheaper test done, mind you. So if you want to actually investigate if the doctor has added steroids to your child's medications, the expensive test is around 4 to 5,000, which people don't go in for. And then they label the doctor bad or homeopathy bad. Yes, you can. So, yes, very nice, Jaya ma'am. So, homeopathy, what you have to understand is there is something known as biochemic. In homeopathy, there is 12 tissue remedies or biochemic salts by Sussler. William Sussler, he's pronounced that way. So, they are given as a complementary to your homeopathic medicines. So, they are like deficiency salts, like your potassium, your phosphorus, your calcarea, like that, calcarea phos, like that. So they are usually given to replenish any kind of deficiency. Good question. So this is a famous book by, this is Materia Medica lectures. So these are like stories. Some authors write a story of a medicine. Okay, some will give you in point form. So it's each one has his own baby like choices. So Organon of Medicine is, as I told you, the Bible of homeopathy. Now, homeopathy is based on certain principles. Okay, so the law of similia, we all know. The law of simplex, the medicines have to be simple. Law of minimum, you can't be giving way too many prescriptions. Doctrine of drug proving, we are aware of. Theory of chronic disease, there are books in volumes for chronic diseases written by Hahnemann. Those were his last books. And the theory of vital force, I explained to you, the dynamis which animates the human body. And doctrine of drug dynamization means the drugs are not how they work. How does a homeopathic remedy work? We don't. We cannot trace it. Okay? It is dynamically acting on your body. Now, let us come and understand this fact. So I give you my example. So when I was in the third standard, I used to get a lot of, uh, it was an eczema in the later stage, but a mosquito bite, a mosquito sting, that's wrong English, a mosquito sting on my left side. Okay, I always have left-sided complaints. One day I will tell you all why we have left-sided and right-sided complaints. But I had the feeling of my mother told me to study on your own and she was writing a book and all. So I always wanted my mother with me. So, but she used to put me for many classes that how does she run the clinic because she had a loan of the house. So each vacation I was put here, there, and some were welcoming teachers, some were not very welcoming teachers. But I learned a lot because of those classes. And today, being the only child, I don't require too many people around me because I'm happy with my hobbies. So a mosquito sting I used to get those blotches. They used to coalesce and a huge thing used to be coming up. I used to itch and it used to form a superseded infection with eczema. And there was a kolsa wala down. So she even went and in the municipality and got the water dried up. She used to burn whatever anybody used to tell her. Even cow dung cakes in the house were burned. If there somebody suggested almond oil, she was not a very rich lady, but she used to procure the almond oil. But somehow I was prone to mosquito sticks and maybe on the folds also. And in fact, I used to go to school in a cab, but because I was good and clever, I used to clear. So once my grandmother came and told her, now enough of your homeopathy. I can't see her crying because she used to cry seeing me, and those like they used to take months, and they used to weep. Like I had pus, I had serum, I had blood coming off, and she said enough. And so she took me to the dermatologist, and my skin got beautifully cleared in a week. And in those days, we used to have Betnovate. Lakh dupon ki ek dawa. We have more medicines now. But my dear friends, my I number, which was 2.5, became 5 in a week. Okay? So, there is this guy called Herring. He tells you that cure proceeds from top to down, inside to outside, and from more important organ to less important organ. I come again because this line is new to you. Cure proceeds from top to down, inside to outside, and from more important organ to lesser important organ. So which is more important, the eye or the skin? I want an answer. You can unmute and speak.
Eye. Eye is important.
Eyes.
Certainly. Because we've seen movies like Viva and all, when the bahu is burnt, she's kept in the cage. You know, they have a huge kind because of fear of infection. But the skin can regenerate. Okay? But the vision once lost. I still have really bad vision and quite a few surgeries done on my eye. Maybe because the eyes they were the brunt of whatever I felt or whatever I went. Each of us has weak points and weak switches in the body, which get switched on unconsciously when something untoward happens. They don't need to ask you, the switches get switched on. So let's understand what is Herring's law now that I have given you my personal example. So Herring was a guy who proposed this law, from above downwards, from within outwards, from more important organ to less important organ. And this is beautiful, from in the reverse order of its appearance or symptoms. That's why some people come and tell you, doctor, I'm having a lot of hair fall. How to explain to them that that's the cure proceeding? Some people tell you, I have brittle nails. How to explain to them that this is the cure going out? It's exteriorization. Some people will come and tell you at menopause, ladies will tell you, I'm having this skin eruption, it's so dirty. Pehle ye skin cure karo. Then I tell them, हार्ट लिवर लंग्स किडनी अफेक्ट हो जाएगा अगर सप्रेस करेंगे. ऑइंटमेंट, टॉपिकल ऑइंटमेंट एलोपैथी का लगा के करेंगे ना, 4th जनरेशन एंटीबायोटिक्स लगा के अच्छा हो जाएगा, लेकिन डिजीज विल बी सप्रेस्ड. हार्ट, लिवर, लंग्स, किडनी, मेनोपॉज, यूट्रस, कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाएगा. करो, बट यू नीड टू हैव दैट ऑडेसिटी टू टेल योर पेशेंट. यू नीड टू हैव दैट रैपो टू द पेशेंट. So, cure proceeds direction from top to down, symptoms disappearing in the reverse order of their appearances, symptom from within to outside, symptom from more to less important or less significant organ. So Herring's law, how is a cure affected? It's internal to external, top to bottom, reversal of onset of symptoms, more vital organs to least vital organs. So for the body, the least vital organ is the skin, the hair, these are appendages. The nails, these are appendages. So 7 reasons why homeopathy should be chosen: cures disease from the roots, works on the theory of individualization. I told you 2 sisters, my 2 daughters. Homeopathy is easily accessible and tolerable, boosts the immune system from within naturally, is safer than other medications, helps with acute as well as chronic, and it's an alternative line of treatment. So we come to the return gift or the prasadam, and I'm a good girl. I ended on 9 sharp, and this is your takeaway. So homeopathy is not slow, the homeopath is slow. A case well taken is almost 90% done. What can cause in an apparently healthy individual can cure in a diseased individual, like cures like. Cravings and aversions are certainly tools to select the simillimum. Thermal modalities also act as prescribing tools. The theory of suppression and palliation, we all know, and the law of cure. And thank you for patient listening. So if there are any questions, I can.
Yeah, questions were there even in the chat, but first of all, I'll ask a question.
So Shakuntala ma'am, I finished on time.
Yeah.
She was
Perfect.
apprehensive. Will you finish? Itne bade slides hai.
हाँ,
I
तो
take it
total
for 2 hours and get set up part 1, part 2. But then in between I do time pass.
60 slides though in 60 minutes, even less than that. So congratulations, you are on time perfectly.
Thank you.
Acha, my question is, see, there was a slide on hair fall in your this thing. So now I just want to know that the psoriasis, may they have hair fall? So how it is connected?
As I told you, the body keeps it as a hair fall is the last thing for the body to worry. So psoriasis, first of all, you have to consider it is an autoimmune disease. People come to you with just skin. You have to explain to them, hamara itna, if maybe the cells takes 1 week, your cells 100 times they are forming new and new. So first of all, you have to explain to them that as father of modern medicine, Hippocrates tells you that all diseases originate in the gut. So psoriasis is also gut oriented. और ये तो आपका बॉडी को बोलते हैं ना कि it wants to help you. It's very intelligent. But that's the best way for it. See, you can live bald. But for us, it is a cosmetic concern. So we go to the doctor taking this thing in mind,
Yeah.
So first of all, you have to manage. If you manage this, the other paraphernalia will take care of themselves. Cause and effect.
Thank you.
Hope that helps.
आयुर्वेदिक में भी तो यही कहते हैं ना, the gut is your
First thing.
it's your first brain. So
Yeah.
if you manage your gut, then other things can be easily managed, right?
And ma'am, your psychologist also all anxieties,
Yeah.
gut-brain axis, the GBA,
Absolutely, yeah,
and
that's
पूरा serotonin अपना gut में ही बनता है.
correct. So it's all about the gut. Okay, any other questions? But very interesting, Divya. Really, just to explain Kia in a very easy to understand manner, because and तूने जो examples भी दिए बहुत interesting है. I have a friend of mine, Dr. Jayant. I don't know if you know him from Bombay. He's a homeopath, and what you spoke about the mind body thing, and all that homeopathy works with and all. I have seen him working with a client who was on a wheelchair in Germany. He had shown us a video of him working with this client in Germany, and this guy was on the wheelchair. And uh, because I think in homeopathy it's also about, like you spoke about the snake venom. So he also speaks about animals, like an animal-like behavior. So this man on the wheelchair uh, was flapping his wing, like doing this. Okay, maybe he was anxious or nervous or something. I don't. That's what he said. And then he started making him. I don't know, Divya, if you know this, you should get in touch with this amazing homeopath. And he made him flap his wings. Like he said, okay, you seem to be like flapping your wings like an eagle, you know. And then he took it from there into actually regression. He's a homeopath. He's also a past life regression therapist. And he took this client into regression like a bird. And slowly, you won't believe this. We saw it on the video. He actually stood up. He's not stood up for the last 2 years. He actually regressed him. But being a homeopath, he first took homeopathy into consideration and then moved him into another modality.
Amazing.
So it was fantastic, fantastic. He's a fantastic homeopath. So yeah, I really respect homeopaths. I think they are just amazing. The way they take their case history, like she was explaining in such detail, I've seen that. Um, and yeah, I remember when I was 13, I had typhoid and then I had paratyphoid. Like I had typhoid again after 1 month. It was really bad for me. And I had extremely long hair when I was in school, right till my knees. Okay. And then I started losing my hair because of that typhoid. And then again, I got typhoid. I went to a homeopath and, I mean, he said, okay, you're very young. First of all, your hair will come back. Don't worry so much. But you know how you are when you're 13, right? You're losing your hair. I had to cut my hair and all that stuff was really very bad. But then slowly, he just gave me some medication, I think. And I think it was more like placebo, I feel, because nothing really happened. I was a healthy person. And then he said, you don't need anything. Now you seem to be fine. Hair fall has stopped, kind of stuff. And I went back. So, yeah. So I don't think he treated my hair. I think he treated my anxiety. What do you say, Dr. Divya? Did he do that?
We don't know. And as they say, the faith, even a vibhuti can
Yeah.
cure you.
Yeah,
Even a vibhuti can cure you.
अभी मैं कह रही हूँ ना कि now I'm saying it must be a placebo
Yeah.
because I don't think he gave me anything
And
for my
as you
hair.
mentioned, so there is this sign. Tripti, I'll just come to you. So
Yeah.
that is this, it's known as doctrine of signature.
Okay.
I don't know whether you know what it means.
Huh?
So there is this calcarea carb, is fat, fair, and flabby. So it comes from the shell. So the shell is inside the oyster. It's very, very, the ladies are very fearful. The
Huh.
child will be not answering in school because he has fear of being laughed that way. So
Huh.
something like, what's an anthurium?
Huh?
Anthurium flower?
Yes, anthurium flower, yeah.
So have you seen that kind of a,
पतली स्टॉक होती है
yes, so
और
that,
बहुत सारे पेटल्स होते हैं उसका अलग
yes,
अलग
that's
होते
just
हैं.
one stalk, which is
हाँ. Very
standing.
thin.
So it is used to cure impotence.
हाँ. Right.
So there's so much in how a thing looks.
Looks, yeah.
That's
Very
the
interesting.
science of doctrine of signature. If it looks like this, like how we say walnuts for the brain.
Yeah.
So Mukti also considers
Yeah.
doctrine of signature.
So tell me something about children who are on the spectrum. Um, like autism.
Yes.
So
So, you know, that
even
is also
there,
a gut disease.
no, so Divya, even there, will you look at the way the child looks, the way the child, emphasizes things?
Yes.
I have this child in my school. I mean, Divya, you practice
Yes.
virtually?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I have this child in school, Ayansh. He's on the spectrum, and he is so fond of the solar system. Like, because I take him, he's like my in my school. I take this boy for work. So his his positive reinforcement is, before we start the session, are you going to show me something on Neptune today? Are you going to show me something on Pluto today? That is his 3 minute reinforcement from YouTube. Okay. Now there
Yes.
is another child on the spectrum, okay, who actually has kind of some kind of eczema. Okay, he's on the spectrum also, but he shouts, yells, speaks very softly. Okay, so both of them are on the spectrum, but they're showing completely different symptoms. So obviously, you're going to look at how the child appears, how the child behaves, right? Every aspect you will look at, and then you will give the medication according to that. Am I right?
In fact, if the book is available someday, I will courier it to you. There, it was available just for 10 rupees. It's like Children Types by Borland. I
Okay.
told you, my mother, when
Ah,
any
I
homeopath
looked at
used
all
to,
books.
no, when somebody used to pass away, like I remember there was Dr. Ganguly here.
हाँ.
She was so happy, Ganguly मर गया, चलो उसके घर पे उसकी बीवी को पैसे देके बुक्स लाएंगे.
अच्छा, okay.
Because she never liked the blue and she wanted a particular color of the olden books.
हाँ हाँ हाँ.
So in fact, I have all her books and I know I'm not an avid reader now. So if somebody wants to collect,
But
I
if you get
have them.
something on children, if you can,
It's Children Types by Douglas Borland.
yeah,
This
sure. I
book,
mean,
when
I'd
she
love.
used to when she used to speak and people did not know this book.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'll again ask if the copy is available. I will purchase it and I will courier it to you because you're dealing
Sure.
with children.
Yes. And obviously, I'll get your details for my kids in school, my on the
Yes.
spectrum kids. Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
We
Yes.
have Tripti with a question.
Hanji, please.
Tripti, you need to ask. Your digital hand is raised.
Tripti, go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, so you mentioned the word queen.
Queen, Q-A.
Yes.
Queer.
So
Q-U-E-E-R.
is the medicine hydrochloroquine homeopathic?
No.
No? Okay. And then I have another question. Is there a need to do different tests, like when we go to allopathic doctors, they write all kinds of tests to see what's going on inside, like MRIs and everything. So do we do that kind of test like in homeopathic
Yes,
too?
tests are tests. They are not homeopathy or allopathy. It's for the diagnosis.
Okay.
How will you
Okay.
manage it if there are superior tests for you to proceed further, no?
All right. Okay. And you mentioned steroids. So are the steroids, when given to a patient, do they make the eyes weaker? Like maybe they treat what are they are given for, but then you said that the medicine react on different organs too.
So you ask, I will just come again. I don't think I've got your question right. You mean, first of all, we don't add steroids. The myth is that if the homeopathic medicine has worked, means the doctor has added steroids because homeopathy is slow. I was trying to break that myth by Douglas Borland. Yes, great. You've got it right.
Okay. All right. Okay. And how do I contact you for like a virtual session?
Are we allowed to share our contact details, ma'am?
Maybe you can do that.
Yes, absolutely. Dr. Divya, you must share your
number in the chat.
Your number, yes. Put the number.
I'm in the
I mean,
group
the number
also.
we already have on Thinking Thursday. I think Dr. Divya is not on the group on which actually Tripti is there.
I'll send. No problem.
Shakuntala will send it on all the 3 WhatsApp. We have 3 WhatsApp Thinking Thursday groups.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Shakuntala will send it on all of them with Divya's name, number and email. Yeah.
Okay, I have one more question. That's it.
Sure.
You mentioned hair fall and brittle nails. Sometimes you give medicine and patient starts to have really bad hair fall or nails go brittle. So is it just for the beginning, like just for a time being before the main disease get cured, or the medicine starts to affect on that, or it's like it's gonna
I
be like
cannot give
that?
you an answer till I take the case.
Oh,
Each case is
all right.
different.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'm playing safe.
I know. Thank you.
No, I think that's correct. No, otherwise, you know how it is. Okay, put this cream, and your nails would get better, and put this, that kind of generic.
I don't have a dressing table. I'll show you my room. I don't have a single lipstick. I don't have a single nail polish. I go for weddings like that, just wear what my husband, that Hireka set, he likes. He is a CA, but he's working for the Diamond Wala in seats and all. So designs also they choose his college friend and then I get it. So I do not select anything. For
I
me,
think the less
yes.
the-
They
the
hurt
less
in
you
the night.
abuse-
It's so nice being without them.
Chalo, theek hai. So the less you abuse your skin and hair, I
I
think
swear.
the better they will stay till you die. Otherwise, I think
It doesn't need
going
any.
to
In
be
fact,
tough.
it doesn't need a sunscreen also.
Yeah. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else who has any questions? I think everybody's
चैट में
thinking.
था चैट में
Everybody's
है
thinking deeply about what you have said.
नहीं चैट में देयर वर क्वेश्चंस
Okay, let's look at the questions then.
कोकोनट रात को लेना ऐसा कुछ था
Coconut?
हाँ कोई क्वेश्चन था चैट में है
Okay, देखती हूँ. Do we have, so we can have coconut at night?
Vinita.
Can we have coconut at
No,
night?
no, no.
Jaya
I
is
said
asking.
curd. I
Curd,
said
curd.
curd. Many people fear curd, no? That curd को लेंगे रात में तो बुखार आएगा, सर्दी आएगा. ऐसे नहीं होता. Coconut you can have anytime. Healthy fat.
Okay, people have loved your talk, I guess. They've all given you stars. All right. So I
Thank
think
और अच्छी बात यह है कि मिथ्स को बहुत अच्छे से किया दैट
हाँ
वाज
मैडम क्या बोले?
आपने मिथ्स को बहुत अच्छे से क्लैरिटी किया मिथ्स वर्सेस फैक्ट तो वो बहुत अच्छा रहा सेशन
ये इम्पोर्टेंट है कि होम्योपैथी इज नॉट स्लो. ये तो बहुत ही कॉमन मिथ है. होम्योपैथी बहुत स्लो होता है 3-4 महीने 6 महीने के बाद it will show an effect and all that. I don't know who spread this myth. Maybe only an allopath could have spread this myth.
Correct.
No, maybe the patients who are not getting cured. Why blame the allopaths?
See, doctor always sides with the doctor.
Madam, I always say that, see, suppose like mummy has passed away, so rather than donating, some people like they create charitable clinics. Okay. Now, do you think they don't work? They don't take history also. They have ready-made mixtures. They also work. But now when you go to the hi-fi clinics which charge you for 6 months, I'm not taking it. There are sirs, like my mother was their teacher. But they also work. But next time when you go, there's another person looking at you. Next time there's another intern looking at you. You're not getting the doctor's hand, although it's such a hi-fi clinic. So I always tell them this is tailor-made, that is ready-made. उसमें कुल्ला गिरेगा 15.5 होएगा गिरेगा ये अपना टेलर मेड रहेगा.
True. Absolutely true.
And you will see the richest of people will go to the charitable clinic. पुअर नहीं जाता है. पुअर बेचारा
तभी तो वो रिच है ना पैसा बचाते हैं इसलिए वो रिच है.
अगर रिच बनना है तो चैरिटेबल क्लिनिक जाओ. That is what Shakuntala say. Jokes apart.
May I ask something?
Sure. Yes, Rashmi.
I'm Rashmi.
Rashmi, I don't answer questions of people with their screens off.
Good. वीडियो ऑन करो.
Show your
हाँ अभी
लाइट ड्रेस भी होगा चलेगा.
अरे दिखा अपना सुंदर चेहरा. अभी नहा दो.
यहाँ थोड़ा कनेक्टिविटी इशू है. जैसे ऑन
कर दिया. I accept your reason.
माफ किया. चल जल्दी बोल.
एक्चुअली लाइट नहीं है मैं उससे कर रही हूँ.
बोलो shoot.
So is there any respite in homeopathy for osteoporosis?
First, understand what is osteoporosis. Like that day, I met a friend of mine. She invited me, and I am a one-on-one person, a very old patient. Okay, one-on-one. I tell her, don't call me for your Ganpati and all. मुझे नहीं जमता है ये सब. मुझे एक टाइम 4 घंटे दे. तेरे घर पे लंच खाऊंगी. So we met at a club. And she said, I don't feel ashamed, Divya. बाजी वाले को भी मैं बोलती हूँ हाथ देना. Because she couldn't walk. She had become so thin. Now she takes a shell cal every day. And I told her, you shouldn't be taking calcium because calcium is what? Acidic, the external calcium. And the calcium which you have been given in your bones is alkaline. That is leaching out the calcium to neutralize the acidic calcium. So तुम्हारा वो maintaining cause is it? What is the maintaining cause? My eye is watering and there is a hair in my eyes. There is a grain of sand in my eyes. I'm taking something and I'm not removing. I'm putting the best of refresh tears. But I'm not working on that grain of sand. That's the maintaining cause. Your shell cal is your maintaining cause. तुम्हारा osteopenia, osteoporosis तक जाएगा.
अच्छा.
समझा? Osteoporosis cannot be reversed, mind you. But it can be halted. Get your DEXA scan done. See where you have reached. But do not allow it, thank you Binaji, to progress by understanding what. Now people think milk लेना है. Then I always tell them गाय को क्या उसकी मम्मी पीछे भी घूमती है क्या दूध लेके कि तभी वो दूध देती है इतना सारा. How does the cow give you milk? Because what does she eat? She has grass. तुम green juice पियो उसमें magnesium है calcium है. So the person has to be studied. Whole uska, there is Nash, the Dr. Nash, there's a book. He says you should be dining with each patient. What do you mean by dining with each patient?
To understand
और
what
किसी के घर में एक होगा. They sit and like yesterday I had a camp on digestion. I said, where does digestion commence? They said salivary gland. I said, no, food. This is not this color I'm not having. हमनी, they all say हमारे घर में भी एक है. So Kalika will fight with his bread and butter. उसके खाने में ही पत्थर आएगा. कुछ भी करो उसके खाने में ही बाल आएगा. अपने में नहीं आएगा. क्योंकि अपन क्या सोचेंगे, अरे किसी ने हाथ में तो दे दिया, बैठ के खा. My friends tell me, Divya, how shabbily you eat. You shouldn't be doing that. Serve yourself in a good plate. ये भी ले, ये भी ले, ये भी ले. I'll not get up for a spoon. I'm very fatigued. So understand why osteoporosis has occurred and how it has progressed and what are the maintaining causes. So can I give you an answer? Can it be reversed? I don't know.
okay.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, it tells me that I need to maybe discuss more deeply with you so that you can give me a
Yes,
specific
that's why in
answer
yoga,
based on my
to my seniors, I tell them grandfather and grandchild. Then I explain to them. Grandchild, after the grandchild is meeting you after COVID 2 years. How will you greet the grandchild? I will hug the grandchild. So the grandchild is your muscle and you grandmother are the bone. Your muscles have to be hugging your bone. That's why रात को तुम गिरेगा, जरूर गिरेगा बाथरूम में, लेकिन फ्रैक्चर नहीं होएगा. हिप फ्रैक्चर हुआ, old lady cannot survive, she passed away because hip fracture is very difficult to heal. So understand, you cannot increase bone density, but you can increase muscle strength.
so yoga and all that will help as well
With a good
as a
thing.
support.
Yoga is there in the garden. Yoga is there 10 rupees every day. Saurabh Bothra, 10 rupees every
Yeah.
day, 2000 ka saal bhar.
Huh.
He's good, but he doesn't know your case. So I say he's for the
Right.
masses, we are for the classes. Not out of a
Right.
space of ego. Please don't think I'm speaking from a place of ego. He's doing a great job. People are really working with him. नहीं करने से तो कुछ तो करते हैं, and he has novel exercises. But there is no interaction. Again.
Yeah, not specific.
But I think, don't you
Thank
think,
you,
Dr.
Mamta.
Divya, for muscle strength, you need to do some weight training.
HIIT.
Yoga cannot help you for muscle strength.
But madam, हम क्या
That
करते हैं?
in addition, yeah, muscle
Muscle
training, surely.
strengthening के लिए आपको weight training
Weight
करना
training
पड़ेगी.
But we
Otherwise,
do
how
it with
do
the
you
yoga
have?
blocks. We have belts. I'm more into the Iyengar style of practice.
There are belts, there are these
Blocks,
बहुत सारी
bricks.
चीजें हैं.
Weights and
Yes.
Weights है, वो stretching जो
Yes.
वो सब
bands and TheraBands.
Yeah, like I do it for
Yes,
my
it's
mother.
almost like a Pilates class with TheraBands.
Yeah. Like we do it
Thank
with
you
my
for all your
mother.
acknowledgements.
मेरी मम्मी जो 91 है, we actually do it with her. क्या muscle strength है मम्मी की? उसको ऑस्टियोपोरोसिस भी नहीं है उसको 91
Wow.
में. Yeah,
Wow.
she does all these weight training. वो bands दिए उसको, फिजियोथेरेपी करती है, उसकी हेल्पर रोज करती है half an hour till she sweats, and she's on the wheelchair, by the way.
They give us complexes, our seniors.
I think
Hmm.
what Dr. Divya and maybe I'd like to say is consistency.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's the key.
You know, अगर आप consistent है तो
Sonia.
मुझे लग रहा है कि आप एक disciplined life जिएंगे. Disciplined life होगी तो then you'll be less sick. Varsha, what do you have to say, Varsha ji? Varsha ji is a fantastic yoga person, भैया.
Acha.
And look at her, she's as fit as ever.
Thank you. And that was so wonderful. I mean, I'm in total awe of Dr. Divya.
Yeah, true.
She really presented the whole, the entire presentation so beautifully.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And like this, she wanted to make it in time for next.
Yeah, I've been looking.
Obsessive, Dr. Divya, थोड़ी बहुत obsessive है आप.
I am anxiety patient.
Yeah, because you also
I
want
don't have
some kind of
OCD and all, but time I am that. And I'm hurried and I want everybody to hurry. That's the worst. It's Argentum
hurry up.
hurried and wants
Hurry
others
up
to hurry.
driver है भैया. Dr.
Hurry up.
Divya में hurry up driver है. चलो ठीक है. But wonderful. I think it is a super presentation and
Very
it's
well.
very interesting. I mean, I don't think homeopathy has been made this interesting by somebody.
But ma'am, I explain it to even cooks. There were ladies from there when I was living earlier at Bombay Central. They used to send cooks. Then that it's very difficult for me to explain it in Hindi. But I used to sit and understand. I said, देखो फिर तो मेरे को बताना क्या करने से बढ़ता है, क्या करने से घटता है, like that.
But you're passionate about your work. It is visible to everybody. That is why चाहे cooks हो, चाहे peons हो, चाहे watchman हो, you will start anywhere with anybody. That is something I can say.
Yeah, when I walk also, the paper wala will also come, madam.
God.
I said, इधर बैठ, मेरी बेटी सोई है, सीख के जा. That's why he says, madam, madam, they call like that. And my husband says, you shouldn't feel proud if these bhajiwalas are greeting you.
Yeah.
You've not maintained your respect. Please, no comments. I said, ये लोग ही मेरे काम आएंगे, आप लोग घर पे बैठे रहेंगे. ये लोग ही मेरे काम पे आते.
Got it. Okay, so thank you so much, Dr. Divya, and thank you everybody else for being such amazing drivers for all our guest speakers. And
Can I come in 1 second?
Sanjeev,
Divya?
Sure. Yes.
yes, please go.
Hi, sorry, this is Sanjeev. I joined a little late. I had some network issues.
कोई बात
My question to you is, it's normal, I mean, this is a myth or accepted fact, I don't know. But the fact is that, I mean, it's always said that homeopathy takes much longer time to act.
That's because
Or
you
to
joined
show-
late, Sanjeev.
Yeah.
The myth has been busted before you joined.
All right. So it's a myth, right?
It's a myth.
No, I'll just tell
Okay,
you one
okay.
thing.
Divya will add.
Yes, because see, they always say ना जो भी आए तो उनको never leave them. Even like सत्संग हो रहा है, steps पे लोग मिले ना, एक वचन बोल दो मिल जाता है. So, Mr. Sanjeev, what's your surname?
Sanjeev, say a surname.
Because I invited my husband's cousin also from Lokhandwala. I don't know. Are you Sanjeev Seth? He's gone away.
Yeah, Divya, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Sorry, I couldn't join in. I have a
I'm
lot
so
of
happy
network
you
issue.
came.
अभी भी कट रहा है. I have a lot of
But I'm
network issue.
happy that you've given me this salami also.
No. So I
So
just
Sanju,
wanted to.
listen,
So I've been.
quickly. So there, it is a saying that homeopathy is not slow, the homeopath is slow.
All right. So you're fast for that matter then. You're not
No,
slow.
I would not like to comment because each case is different. So the
Okay,
thing is, I busted first two myths. Homeopathy is not slow, the homeopath slow. If the
Okay.
medicine is rightly indicated, it will work in the first half an hour. The second
Oh.
thing is that yes, the medicine has to be indicated properly. So nowadays, people after they fail in homeopathy with one doctor, they choose another homeopath. I had a person
Okay.
coming to me with 6 to 8 homeopathic, changing the doctor. They don't run to allopathy. That's our pride that they have faith in homeopathy. Second myth is that it does not have side effects later on. So
Okay.
I give the example of 100 Negroes in a dark room with very sharp knives in a small dark room. What will they do? They will slay each other. So homeopathy given in the hands of an amateur or a novice, it's so dangerous that it can increase the complaint. Suppose it's a skin disease and I give a high potency, it can get aggravated. So each case is different, and you have to consider the case taking is of supreme importance.
So exactly. So these are two myths you're saying which are busted. One is it
So
doesn't,
many
it takes
myths are
time.
busted. So now
Yeah,
I
and
will give you the recording.
And the second is that it has no side effects. Correct. If the correct
दोनों
medication
myths
is
है.
not given.
Yes.
Correct.
फिर स्टीरॉइड का भी मिथ बस किया. जब ये मैडम डालेगी ना रिकॉर्डिंग, ये रिकॉर्डिंग नहीं किया है आज. हाँ किया है.
हो गया, हो गया.
नहीं दिखा रहा है.
हाँ, खाली बोल मत, देखना भी.
Send it. Yeah.
I will ask you, देखा कि नहीं.
I will answer your
Really
question.
funny.
We'll have a test on this.
I'm ready.
Okay. Chal. Thanks,
He's
Atan.
He's
Thanks.
just broken his leg. He's recuperating, so he has all the possible time.
नहीं,
I can
thanks
actually
so much.
vouch for
I
can
didn't send
actually
Poonam,
vouch
I
for
didn't
your
send my
myth.
brother. I sent him because he's recuperating on the bed, so I said he'll attend.
चलो
No. I've been trying since long, but I have a lot of network issue.
संजू
ये तो
है.
connect नहीं हो रहा है. Hello.
कोई बात नहीं, you can watch it later. 20 questions are going to wait for
Where
you.
is he?
Yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Divya.
अरे संजू वीडियो ऑन
हाँ.
करना.
यार I don't know how हो ही नहीं रहा राजू. मेरे को भी साउंड भी बहुत मुश्किल, लॉगिन भी बहुत मुश्किल हुआ है.
Actually video इनका on है because it's not showing.
Yeah.
But it's not
It's
showing
not
it because of
visible.
my weak signal नहीं हो रहा है.
Right. हो सकता है because it's showing that.
I could not log in. I've been trying since so long. I just could not. Now I've logged in. I didn't have video. I don't have sound. Now I got sound.
So can you see or you can't see also?
He can see. He's muted himself. He can see us.
Yeah, I can see, but मेरा hang हो रहा है because it's very bad signal.
Chal. I hope you enjoyed.
He's Raju.
Whatever I heard, it was hanging. I couldn't log in also, but she's sending me the recording.
Hey. Okay.
Bye. Thanks, Atan.
Yeah.
Thanks, Atan, Divya. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey.
Okay, so I think thank you everybody for being here, and thank you, Dr.
Thank you so
Divya.
much.
We're going to wait for some interesting sessions by you in the near future. We've already
You
slotted.
give me the dates. I've given you the
Yes.
topics.
Absolutely.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the gift
Thank
of
you
your
very
time,
much.
energy,
Thank
and
you for a
attention.
beautiful
Bye-bye.
session.
Thanks so much. Thanks, Divya. Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.